Welcome back to another one of my taste test videos. This is part 2 in my series of best of videos. If you haven't seen my other Spam Musa Bee video, I'm going to put a link above and a link in the description box below, but you should really check out that video as well. Tomorrow, November 13th, is National Chicken Nugget Day. So I'm tasting a whole bunch of chicken nuggets to see who has the best one. So I went to Burger King, I went to Kentucky Fried Chicken, I went to Jack in the Box, Wendy's, McDonald's, and Popeyes. And as you can see, they're very different in texture, they're all very different in size, so we'll see which one is the best. And I wanted to keep the dipping sauce consistent, so I got barbecue sauce for all of them, but we'll see. Alright, so the very first place that I went to was Burger King, and they had 8 chicken nuggets for $2.99. So that's like 37 cents per nugget. But as you can see, it's a little bit darker than the other nuggets and a little bit thinner as well. That's what I noticed about it. They do give a lot, and it does seem like it's a fairly good deal, but we'll see how it tastes. As you can see, it's a little bit thin on the thin side. There's not that much chicken in there. It looks like it's white meat chicken, and the outside is fairly tasty and crispy, but it might be a tad bit overcooked. Let me taste it with the barbecue sauce. The barbecue sauce is okay. I mean, it's sweet, it's a little smoky, it's a little mellow in flavor than what I'm used to. But the chicken nuggets, they're a little bit on the thin side. They're a little bit dry. I think for value, I'm gonna have to give this maybe a B-. But for taste, I'm gonna give this a C. It's not really my cup of tea. Alright, so the next one that I'm gonna try is this nugget from Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's not actually a nugget. Like, Kentucky Fried Chicken calls them you know, popcorn chicken. They don't really have nuggets. But I wanted to try this. This one comes like a whole carton for like $5.79. So like when you think about maybe there's about 25 pieces in the carton, this is like maybe 23 cents per little popcorn chicken bit. So that's kind of what it looks like. It's a lot smaller than the rest of them because it's popcorn chicken and not a nugget. Let me try it. First of all, this chicken beats the Burger King one by miles. I mean, obviously Kentucky Fried Chicken is known for their chicken, so their chicken is going to be a lot better. But the taste of the breading is what really does it. The breading is nice and crisp, very flavorful, and the chicken itself is not dry at all. It's really nice and moist, and the chicken has a lot of flavor too. I really like that. It has a nice peppery taste. It's really good. I want to try it with the dipping sauce. That's a real big surprise. They have a honey barbecue sauce, so it's a lot sweeter than the other one. But it's really nice because it really complements the chicken. It's not too strong, so it doesn't overpower the chicken. You can still taste it, but it's really good. But it's on the sweeter side. So if you like sweeter barbecue sauce, you'd really like KFC. I think for value, I give it a B, but for taste, I think I'll give it an A-. It's really good. It's really tasty. Alright, so the next nugget that I'm going to try comes from Jack in the Box. And Jack in the Box has 5 nuggets for $3.29. So that's about 66 cents per nugget. As you can tell, they're fairly average size. Wow. Ooh. Okay, Jack in the Box, you really surprised me because this is not what I expected. I expected it to be dry, like the Burger King one, but this is not dry at all. Actually, the chicken is very tender in this. And it's really juicy too. I'm very surprised. Okay. So the taste of the coating is not as good as the Kentucky Fried Chicken one, but it does have a lot of flavor. I'm really surprised at this. You can see the meat in there. It's not dry at all. That's actually really good. I really like that. The barbecue sauce is actually really good. It doesn't strike me as being really special or out of the ordinary though. But it is flavorful and it does complement the nugget really well. So for value, 66 cents per nugget, I'll give it a B. That's not too bad. But for taste, I'm gonna give that an A minus. That really surprised me. Alright, so the next nugget I'm gonna try is from Wendy's. And Wendy's has 4 nuggets for $3.29. And so that comes out to about 82 cents per nugget, which is a little higher than some of these other ones. They're more like the nuggets that you would expect to find at like McDonald's. So we'll see. They're good size though. I mean, they're fairly consistent with the sizes, I think. So we'll see. Okay, so the chicken, you know, is not dry, but you can tell like it's processed chicken parts. Like some of these, like the Kentucky Fried Chicken, it's actual chicken pieces. This one is chicken parts, as you can tell. It's not bad though, because it's still very juicy. It's the outside is crispy and the outside, you know, is really flavorful as well. It looks like a honey barbecue, but it doesn't call itself honey barbecue. As you can tell, it's a little lighter when it's on there. And it's it's very sweet. It's hardly barbecue. It seems like it has like a lot of honey in it, but the barbecue taste is not that strong. I'll say, you know, for value, I think I'd give it a B minus because 82 cents is a little bit higher than some of these other ones. But for taste, I'll give it a B. This is not too bad. I mean, it's your average chicken nugget. Okay, so the next place that I went to is some place that we all think of when we think of nuggets. I went to McDonald's, and they have 4 nuggets for $2.99, which turns out to be about 75 cents per nugget, which is somewhere around the mid-range between Jack in the Box and Wendy's prices. So it's like right in between. Anyway, this is the chicken McNugget that we all think of and know. It's a lot bigger than some of these other ones, and it's a lot thicker as well. But anyway, I'm gonna try it. It has that iconic McDonald's taste. And like the Wendy's, it is processed chicken parts in there. It's not like real chicken pieces like the Kentucky Fried Chicken. But the chicken is very tender. It's very juicy. And it tastes good. I mean, you know, it's your classic McDonald's. So I wanted to taste this also with barbecue sauce. It's pretty good, but when you eat it alongside the other barbecue sauces, you realize that their barbecue sauce is not that tangy. The McDonald's one tastes like a little bit more, I don't know how to say it other than to say a little bit more generic barbecue sauce flavor. It's not bad. So for value, I think I would give McDonald's a B because it's kind of right in between there in terms of value. But for taste, I kind of gotta go with a B minus. And the reason why is because it does taste a little bit on the generic side. The last one I'm going to try is the one from Popeyes. And now Popeyes is specializing in chicken, and so it should be really good. I got, there's 8 chicken nuggets for $5.79, so that's about 75 cents per nugget. The last time I went to Popeyes, the nuggets were a lot bigger, but now they're a little bit smaller. I don't know. This is like one of the bigger ones. As you can see, the nuggets are not as big as they used to be. Like, this is one of the other ones too. But as you can see, they are breaded and they are real pieces of chicken, just like the ones from Kentucky Fried Chicken. So they're not processed chicken like Wendy's or McDonald's. Very crunchy, very tasty. The chicken itself is very flavorful. The chicken itself is flavorful. And it's very tender, it's very juicy. Very similar to the Kentucky Fried Chicken. Because they specialize in chicken, I wouldn't expect that the chicken would be any less than spectacular. Mmm. Okay, that's very tangy. Out of all the ones here, I think this is the most tangy. It doesn't have a smoked flavor though. I expected it to have more of a smoky flavor, but it's more of a tangy flavor. It's really good. But I think I like some of these other barbecue sauces a little bit more. I'm more of a smoky barbecue kind of person rather than a tangy barbecue. For value, it was 75 cents a nugget, which is the same as McDonald's. So it's kind of right in the middle. However, you know, the quality of the Popeyes nuggets versus the processed chicken pieces of the McDonald's nuggets, there's a huge difference there. So because of that, I'll give it a B+ for value, because the chicken is obviously pieces of chicken, and the quality is much better. So I'll give it a B+ for value. For taste, I was a little bit disappointed, quite honestly. I mean, it was better than some of these other ones in terms of taste. However, it's not the Popeye chicken that I'm used to. And because of that, you know, I'm gonna have to give it a B for taste. Alright, so you know, all of these nuggets were like very, very different, and each of them have their good parts. I do have to say though that I'm really not a fan of the Burger King ones. Maybe it was just this batch, but oh my god, the chicken was so you know, thin, and it was like dry, and these seem very overcooked. Maybe it was just this batch, like I said, but this is just really not for me. Burger King's were not for me. So I thought that the best one in terms of both value for your money and flavor were these, the popcorn chicken from Kentucky Fried Chicken. They were flavorful. They were real pieces of chicken, unlike some of these other ones that had like chicken parts. And the outside, the breading was nice and crispy, and it was very flavorful, and the chicken itself was flavorful. And you know, the barbecue sauce was really nice too. So that I thought was the best out of all of these. But I was really, really surprised at Jack in the Box. Oh my god, the chicken was much, much more flavorful than I thought it would be. The breading was really nice and crispy. I really like Jack in the Box, and that was a huge surprise. One thing is that I was very, very disappointed and sad about Popeyes, because I love Popeyes. Popeyes usually has like my favorite chicken. For some reason, the chicken itself and the breading wasn't as flavorful as I usually remember Popeye's chicken being. But anyway, tomorrow is November 13th, and it is National Chicken Nugget Day. So if you are by any of these places, you know, go get some chicken nuggets to celebrate the day. But anyway, thank you very much for joining me.